Hey, what's up, guys? We are live. Yeah, if you hate that mug, then whatever, I don't care. Guys, I'm gonna bring the fire today. I am so fucking fired up right now about this message because it is something that deeply resonates with me. Yeah, I got my glasses on here. I have great eyesight, but those are blue light glasses. Guys, I woke up about 4 a.m. this morning. And as a business owner, once I was lying in bed, I was thinking about all these things that I have to do. So I got up, came to my office, and I emailed our attorney for a situation that we have going on in our business. And that's just part of entrepreneurship. But what we're going to talk about today is something I know a lot about. And no matter who you are, no matter where you're at in life, or what you're going through, you need to hear this message. And it's going to be hard. I'm going to challenge you. Like, buckle up as we get into this. um we're going to talk about how motivation is the wrong path. We're going to talk about how darkness and embracing the darkness within inside you is the path that you need to walk. Fear is the path that you need to walk. And so as I came down this morning, I sent off an email to our attorney. I did a few things and then I went straight to scripture. And the reason I like going to scripture is because of this. Most churches are not getting it done. Most pastors are not willing to speak the truth that I'm going to speak today. Now, hear me when I say this. I'm not a pastor. I am not somebody that is putting myself on a platform to preach you and tell you blah, 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 blah. No, I'm just a man like you who's trying to figure it the fuck out in their life. And so many of us, when it comes to our faith and the Bible, we breeze through this. So we're going to start in Genesis. And the more time that I spend in Genesis, the more I understand this concept that we're going to talk about. So in Genesis, some of you may have a version that says the creation, the beginning, whatever. But I'm going to summarize it in this way. Basically, verse 2 says, the earth was out of form, and darkness covered the deep. There was nothing but darkness, right? And then we get into verse 3, and God says, let there be light. And the Bible that I'm reading from says, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was formless and desolate emptiness, and the darkness was over the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the surface of waters. Then God said, let there be light, and there was light. God saw the light was good, and God separated the light from darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And then there was an evening where there was morning and day. So, guys, there is massive impact in that scripture. Because when we talk about darkness, it is the place that most of us don't want to go. It is the place where society teaches us to hide. It teaches us to avoid. It teaches us to not even consider. And this is what I mean by, today's Sunday. Several of you are going to get up, you're going to put on your khakis, you're going to go to church, You're going to eat the donuts. You're going to do the thing so that you can say you're doing the thing. But are you really? Are you really exploring the darkness? And in the interpretation of when God said, let there be light, what he's saying is, let there be truth, let there be integrity, right? And all creation began in darkness, not light. And even in scripture, God is saying that there is light in darkness and there's light in light. Do you guys realize that? There is light in darkness. Darkness is the path that will light your way. Consider that for a moment, because those fucking words are so fucking powerful and have been so powerful in my own journey as a man who's almost 40 fucking years old to start getting the things that I want out of life. But most do not want to explore this darkness because we have been conditioned, we've been taught by society that, oh, that's bad. You can't go have a beer with the boys and be like, guys, let me tell you about this. No, they're going to sit there and they're going to tell you you're a pussy. They're going to sit there and say, oh man, no, we don't want to talk about this because, it's kind of awkward, right? But all creation began in darkness, not motivation. We all get motivated. I as well. I will watch Alex Hormozy. I'll watch Coach Prime. I'll watch David Goggins. I'll watch Andy Frisella. They all motivate me to something. And motivation's fine, but it's not going to get you where you want to go. The hype that these guys promote will help, but it's not going to build it. Whatever it is that you're seeking at this moment, it's not going to build it. You can have motivation, but you need to be focused on creation. And the creation happens in the darkness. Like, if you want to lead, you want to be a better husband, a better father, a better business owner, a better coworker, a better man, it's not going to happen in the light. It's going to happen in the darkness. And the Bible tells us that creation begins in the dark. And if you guys are wrapping your head around this concept, do you understand how much of our lives we just blow by this? Genesis, the first book in the Bible, speaks so much to this point. And we just go straight through it. And the problem as men, as creators, because I believe men are inherently designed to create, to provide, we avoid this place. And then we feel stuck. We feel lost. We feel disconnected. We feel disjointed. We're not satisfied. We have guilt. We have anxiety. We have depression. Why? Because we're fucking avoiding this one place that we know that our creator is telling us we need to fucking go. You need to go to the depths of the darkness in order to find light. You need to explore The things that you're avoiding in your life in order to get the things that you want. The problem is the gateway straight to hell. But that problem, that gateway, that path, that darkness is what's going to lead you to the light. It's going to lead you to the thing that you're seeking. It's going to allow you to explore the depths of the things that you need to transform in your life today. Like, we've been so conditioned not to go to these places. We have been conditioned not to talk about this. And guys, when I talk about darkness, and I also take this interpretation of my own from the Bible, darkness also means fear. The places that you are fearful of going right now are the places you need to explore. There's light and darkness, there's light and light. And if I need to break it down even simpler for you, the moon gives us light in our darkness, in our universe. So, my challenge to you is, what places are you not exploring that you know you need to explore? What darkness do you need to confront as a man in order for you to fucking rise? What is it going to take for you to get out of this pit of hell that you are in? What do you need to do, gentlemen? What is it that you're avoiding right now? What conversations are you avoiding right now? Because it's going to take you to a place that you don't want to go. It's going to take you to a place of avoidance. It's going to take you to the depths of darkness. Only to realize, if you were to explore these pits, that it's going to bring you everything that you want. Because as a man today, as an entrepreneur, as a father, as a husband, I see a lot of darkness. But when I realize that it's that darkness that's going to lead me to the things that I'm seeking. And guys, you as difficult or as simplistic as you want. You can, what's the work you're avoiding with your fitness? What's the conversation you're avoiding having with your wife? Like, the range of darkness is massive. It's a never ending void. So I want to challenge you that if you want to find your power, if you want to find your strength, if you want that fucking lion of a man to come out, it's not in the motivation, it's in the creation. It's not in the places that you want to go. It's not in the places that are easy to go to. Like, we all have stories of darkness, and you can't escape it without going to those places. You can't just focus on all the hype and the motivation and the light. Those pieces, because if you do, you will be lost. Think about social media. Social media is nothing but light. It's nothing but, oh, we have this over here, but we're not going to talk about this shit. And I'm on here talking about this stuff. I'm on here talking about the darkness that you need to explore as a man in order to get the things that you seek. We all have stories, gentlemen. We all have darkness. It is unavoidable as a human being. What tells us this? Bible tells us, but even God is telling us this is how you move through the darkness. And, as an entrepreneur, like it's full of it. The stress, the getting up at 4 a.m., thinking about an email I got to send to an attorney, the darkness that I got to deal with 5 employees on top of my own as a man. We're full of it, but it's guiding us through the path that we need to get on the other side. And we're not taught this. There's virtually nobody that I know of that is teaching this. You're not going to get it in some book. You're not going to get it in some mastermind. You're not going to get it in some 47 fucking dollar course. The affairs, the addictions, the destruction of the family, the destruction of faith. Those are the things that we're constantly bombarded with on a daily basis. So, what's the solution? God told us if you want to create something bigger, if you want to live in truth, if you want to be a man of integrity, you must explore the depths of darkness. And guess what? You start exploring those depths of darkness, you're going to find resolution. And I say this all the time in our business that conflict brings resolution. Conflict creates clarity. Because in the book of Genesis, God divided the light and the dark. And he never called the darkness evil. No matter what variation of the Bible that you're reading, he never said that that darkness is evil. But he said that there's both light and darkness and the light. So you're never going to remove yourself from the space that you're in with just motivation. The only path forward is through creation, through conflict, through resolution, through the darkness. And if you really want to explore transformation as a man, as I have, as I continue to do so daily, then you have to go to these places. Because at some point, gentlemen, you're going to be in these pits of darkness and you're going to be looking up and you'll be like, that is the place that I want to go. How do I get from here, from this place of despair, from this place that I don't want to be, from avoidance to the place that I seek? The climb is forward. The climb is vertical. The climb is through the darkness. Because what you're looking at is the light. You're in the darkness and you're going through it right now. Like I said, men on a daily basis go through these things all the time. But we avoid everything we know that we need to do in order to get out of that place. You know you need to do these things to be a good husband. You know the things that you need to do to be a good father. You know the fitness and the food and the things you need to do in order to be a healthy, fit man. Why are dad bods so prevalent in our society? Because we're conditioned to stay there, because we're not conditioned to be the standard. We're not conditioned in order to take us from a place of mediocrity to a place of superiority. We're conditioned. We're put in this box by society and we keep fighting for the fucking bottom. What would it look like if you started fighting for the top? what would it look like if you said, "You know what, Paul?" And I use fitness because it's very, very simple. It's simplistic for you guys to understand. What would it look like if I just said, "I'm just gonna work out every day. I don't want to do it. I don't feel like doing it, but I'm gonna commit to doing it every day." That's stepping within the depths of darkness. Because you know how many fucking times that I work out that I don't wanna work out? A lot. You know how many times I wanna go smash a fucking pizza, but I don't? A lot. Too many of you have a weak constitution when it comes to these things. Too many of you are avoiding the work that you know needs to be done. Guys, this is fucking heavy. I fucking understand it. I understand it on such a level or depth of a level that I live this every day. You know, as we roll into April here in no short amount of time, like myself as a man, as an entrepreneur, like we've been, it's been almost a year since we moved into this massive space in our business, a space that I was working 7 days a week, 12 hours a day in order to happen for us, for our family. I was putting a massive amounts of time and energy into that space. And we're rolling up on a year. But I remember the idea, the concept to get into this space of going, "Hey, we're gonna 3x our current space into this new to 3x our income in order to make this successful." And it was scary as hell. But we walked the path of fear in order to get to the light. We're a year into it. Things are turning the corner no matter how difficult or hard it's been to get there. So, what is that for you, man? What is that pit that you need to place yourself in voluntarily? Say, you know what? I can fucking climb out of this pit. I can wrestle with this darkness. I can wrestle with the things that I'm avoiding in order to get what I want. What is that pit? So, you can watch all the motivational videos. You can go look at Hermosi. You can go look at Goggins. Hell, you can even watch this video. But the hype of motivation is not going to build it. What's going to build it is accepting where you're at right now and looking at where you need to go. And the in between is the work that's going to take you from that place in order to get you there. And only you can show up to do the work. So, this is a message of raw, unfiltered facts. It's a message that I've lived for a long time, but more importantly, I've had a very distinct focus on for the past 2 or 3 years. And I can tell you guys, like the more that I explore the depths of darkness of the places that I'm avoiding, there's more light. There's not more darkness, there's more light because it brings clarity, it brings confidence, it brings power, all things that men want today. Show me a man that says, "I don't want to be more confident. I don't want to be, more powerful. I don't want to have more clarity." Bullshit. That's exactly what fucking men want. They want more clarity. They want more power. They want not to live in mediocrity. Like, there's no man saying, "Sign me up for being a weaker version of myself." And some of you guys may fucking say that, but I know you're full of it. Because if you really break and you really get into the depths of what I'm saying, yeah, you want more. You want to be better. You want to do better. You want to have more clarity. You want to find your purpose. But in order to find those things, you're going to have to go to a place that you don't want to go. If you want to lead, if you want to, train the man that you want to be, you want to teach, you want to train, you want to coach, you want to do all these things. Your head, your bullshit, your excuses, those are your addictions, your poor messages, your poor programs that you've been built with. You got to explore those places in order to get out of them. So, the biggest thing is we've been taught not to go to these places. So, my hope is that you take this message and you start to look at this a little bit differently. You gain a different perspective in order for you to get where you're going. So, as always, guys, I appreciate you. If you've watched this far, please like, please comment, please subscribe, and share this with somebody that might, a man that might be going through it. You know, let's get social. Let's have some engagement, and hopefully, this message has inspired you to grow. Have a good one.